for the two Freemasons chase. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, sir. This is a really old question for Masons. I'm sure y'all will knock it out of the park. It's a softball one, and it's not hypothetical. When a professing Christian comes as an initiate to Freemasonry and comes from darkness seeking the light, what is the light that they're searching for outside of Christ and the church?
Good question.
Sure. That's a good question. Yeah, so I would argue that the motif in Masonry of coming from darkness to life is a metaphor or a symbol for the importance of always endeavoring to pursue the truth. And it's not a claim that Masonry has a truth beyond or better than or more absolute than Jesus Christ specifically. It's just an emphasis on the importance of always pursuing absolute truth. So as a Christian, for example, the way that I would experience that in the context of Masonry is, you're coming from darkness to light. It's part of that perpetual effort to become a better person, a better Christian. So that's a really good question, but
Theology.
No, I disagree with that. I 100% disagree with that.
Yeah, but you see, they always switch back to what their personal beliefs are when they're asked about what Masonic philosophy and teaching is. So they go back and forth, which is a game.
It's not a game. It's literally the truth.
It's evading the question that's asked about Masonry, and then you dishonestly go and say, well, my personal belief is this, but as a Mason is this. The questions are all about Masonry, not your personal beliefs.
Well, when Masonry doesn't have a particular stance on that and people ask our beliefs, we're giving them our personal
He
beliefs.
was asking you about Masonry when a Christian becomes a Mason in the light, and then you said, well, my personal belief. But no, the question is about Masonry's teaching about the light.
Yeah, Masonry, light is just a symbolism for like further knowledge. So in the context of, if a Christian already knows the truth, how would they pursue further truth? Am I misquoting you? Is that loosely the correct question?
He's saying if you're a Christian and you're entering and they say, you're going right darkest side or it's all light,
But see, you don't already have. I understand. Yeah,
I'm just reiterating for Ryan. He's asking.
Yeah, no, I've never seen that implication in the symbolism of what light is. While I'm a Christian and I believe in this ultimate truth, I also don't have this false belief that I know everything. I'm going.
Nobody was claiming that.
I'm going to. Yeah, it is my duty as a man, as a Christian, as a Mason to continue to try to seek out and understand truth and further my knowledge.
All right, final question tonight. I would like to say that according to Albert Pike, he says, Lucifer, son of the morning, it is he that bears the light.
Yeah.
And who with splendors intolerable blinds the feeble souls. Doubt it not, for the traditions are full of divine revelations and inspirations, such as Plato, Philo, etc. So he is saying that it's not for everybody, but according to the 19th degree, they are supposed to despise the pomps and works of Lucifer, even though he's the one that brings light.
Yeah, so love to take that one out of context, don't you? So the full quote is the Apocalypse. Now, granted, this is like a 1,000-page book on comparative religion. The word Lucifer is mentioned in this one section. Here is the full quote, and technically not even the full one because there's a lot more to it. But the Apocalypse is, to those who receive the 19th degree, the apotheosis of that sublime faith which aspires to God alone and despises the pomps and works of Lucifer. Love to leave that part out. And then you start with Lucifer, the light bearer, strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. This is Pike commenting on the irony of the etymology of the word Lucifer, meaning light bearer, to describe a spirit of darkness. And then he goes on, Lucifer, son of the morning, another morning star, another meaning of Lucifer. Is it he who bears the light? And with its splendors intolerably blinds feeble sensual or selfless souls. He's essentially saying it is first ironic that Lucifer, which means light bearer or morning star, is a name given to a spirit of darkness. And as part of that irony, perhaps it's because Lucifer, who bears the light with its splendor, blinds the feeble.
But does he bring the revelation?
No.
Well, that's what he says. He says, for the traditions are full of divine revelations and inspirations from this Lucifer.
What's your implication, Jay, that Pike worships Lucifer? Like what?
Albert Pike is a perennialist, so perhaps. But the next paragraph says the Zohar and the Apocalypse are the embodiments of occultism, and these give us the meanings of the Temple of Solomon.
We can keep like just.
Does he? Oh, by the way, the next paragraph. He doesn't want me to talk about the next piece. He doesn't want me to say what the next paragraph says, which is that the Mason is concerned with the mysteries of the Temple of Solomon, which is derived from the Zohar, which is the Talmudic
and
holistic teaching.
Out of context, but we can just.
It's not out of context. No, it's not.
Rejecting the wild and useless speculations of the Zendavesta, the Kabbalah, the Gnostics, and the schools or the religion and so,
Well, he doesn't tell us what the wild speculations are when he's a perennialist.
Making claims.
Let's make this real simple.
Kabbalah, and he's called. Let's make wild and useless speculations.
Let's make this very simple. What does he say then about the Trinity and the deity of Christ? He goes on pages 574 and 575 to say that the Holy Spirit is not a person and the Trinity is a false teaching. Because don't interrupt me. Origin said he says Origin.
Hi, buddy.
He says Origin He says Origin is the true teacher of Christianity with his Neoplatonism. So he denies the Trinity one chapter later.
Just because Albert Pike denies it, here we go, does not mean that.
Why are you trying to defend him?
And we've even
You were defending him.
Even been explicit in stating
it doesn't matter, right? You're defending him, but now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not letting you take a quote out.
Does he deny the Trinity? Does he deny the Trinity in this?
Your implication is that we're Luciferian.
Does he? Yeah, because you deny the Trinity here.
Yeah, that we worship.
Does he deny the Trinity in the next chapter?
I'd have to look at that chapter, but maybe.
Yeah, he says that Origin had the true doctrine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's irrelevant what Pike says, because that's his opinion.
Right. But you wanted to defend it a minute ago when he asked about it.
No, I wanted to make sure that you weren't, trying to basically leave out the first sentence of a quote to make it seem like we
teaches that
pro-Lucifer while
he says
not explaining the part where it's very clearly.
He says the world is an eternal emanation of God on page 575, which is the Origenist teaching.
Yeah, okay.
So he denies creation.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad you don't care that you're in league. You're in league with these guys. This is your spiritual yoke. All right.
No.
You are.
No.
What do you mean? You just admitted you're yoked with these guys and you think it's funny.
No.
No. Okay. All right.